Good evening, I'm Meryl Friend. Welcome to News Geelong on this wintry Friday, the 6th of August. After the collision of a truck with the Breakwater rail bridge last Monday, detours were swiftly put into place. Vic Roads carried out immediate structural testing and safety measures were imposed. By midweek, the Breakwater bridge was reopened and all access was back to normal. And tonight we hear from speakers at a forum held earlier this week regarding crime in Geelong, including perspectives from the City of Greater Geelong, Victoria Police, victims of crime and the Office of Prosecutions. And of course all the latest news in Geelong sport with Nathan Curry, and we hear from Geelong Cats senior coach Mark Bomber-Thompson and a racing update with John Dunn. And a look at the winter weekend weather forecast with Lani Salathiel. But first, as the federal government election gets closer, Geelong issues are being discussed locally. G21 is the Geelong Region Alliance Group, which has called the federal political parties to fund Geelong Region's top 10 projects, with particular focus on the number one priority being the duplication of the Princess Highway West. Andrea Cozza spoke with G21 CEO Elaine Carbines.
Elaine, could you update the viewers regarding the Princess Highway West?
Certainly, Andrea. G21, the regional alliance that comprises the 5 municipalities across the Geelong region, that's City of Greater Geelong, Surf Coast, Colac Otway, Queenscliff and Golden Plains, has determined a number of priority projects for the federal election that need funding in order to proceed. And our number one priority is the duplication of the Princess Highway West, which is the duplication of the road from Winchelsea to Colac.
What are the major concerns with the highway for road users at the moment?
It's a very notorious stretch of road. Over the last 4 years, there have been over 300 accidents on that road, with 31 people losing their lives and over 200 seriously injured as a result of those accidents. So it's a critical issue for this region. It's about saving lives, and we're calling on the Federal Labor Party to commit the necessary funding to allow that duplication to proceed.
And what will the upgrade entail?
The upgrade will entail the duplication of the road. Currently it's a single lane highway. It's very dangerous. There's a number of passing or overtaking lanes, but not enough. And the region feels very strongly that it needs to be duplicated and have those lanes separated so that there's less possibility of those serious accidents occurring. Remember, it's a very heavily used road. It's the main highway into the Port of Geelong, then on into Melbourne. Many industries use it. If you travel along that road, you'll be battling the highway with very serious heavy trucks any day of the week. And so you really take your life in your own hands when you travel on that highway at the moment.
Thank you, Andrea. The Geelong Business Network meets each month, this month with a difference. A forum was held on the topic crime in the Geelong region. Sergeant Shane Connolly is in the forefront working with youth and spoke of education and crime prevention. We also heard from Noel McNamara from the Victims of Crime, working towards setting minimum sentences, and a response from Raylene Maxwell from the Office of Public Prosecutions.
The crime in Victoria and crime in Geelong is certainly a very relevant issue to the community, and the forum was the opportunity to bring together different factors of the community that could speak to us and certainly address some of the questions that we knew that were important.
It's just a matter of getting that information out there so people understand it. So we'll get into the grassroots area, attack those smaller problems, and hopefully it'll have a stemming flow to the major issues.
Well, I think, we've got to have set minimum sentences in our court. We've got that much disparity, we've got 6 or 7 years difference in the jail sentence in the courts. Something's terribly, terribly wrong. We believe the judge should only be allowed to go as low as 50% of the maximum, in other words, murder. 30 years, lowest the judge can go is 15 years.
It is an issue that society is most concerned about, and that the courts seem to impose such low sentences for certain crimes, but that it is a difficult area. There is lots of case law and sentencing principles that have to be taken into account, and sometimes those principles don't get reported back to the community exactly what has been taken into account.
it was important to have this forum this morning, and I was very happy to be a part of that.
Some food for thought. Deakin University Literature Department have put on a call to all students in the secondary schools to write down their thoughts in creative writing form, to be included in a book to be published titled Imagine, hoping this will create the tie between local high schools and Deakin University. The book will be free in local bookstores, and Takia Beard found out more.
I'm here at Deakin University's Warmpungs campus speaking to Dr. Maria Takalanda about an upcoming publication of Imagine.
The book is called Imagine, and all high school students in the Geelong region are invited to imagine the future and submit their work for possible inclusion in the book. Oh, we're willing to consider any kind of contribution, poems or song lyrics, short stories, journalism, anything. I'm really hoping that it will create more links between Deakin as Geelong's university and Geelong's high schools, and that we can work more cooperatively together to prepare Geelong's youth for the future. I think creative skills are extraordinarily important. Creativity is everywhere in our lives. TV, cinema, books. Creative thinking informs scientific discoveries, technological innovations. Creativity is important, and I want to give that a profile. There's information about how to submit work available through their high schools. We've distributed information to all of Geelong's high schools. They can also look at our Facebook page, or they can go on Twitter, or they can look at a Deakin University website dedicated to it. And they could also send an email to words@deakin.edu.au to send their submissions or to seek further information.
Imagine will soon be available free from bookstores in Geelong. Takia Beard, News Geelong.
Thank you, Takia. This is News Geelong here on Channel 31 Analogue and Channel 44 Digital as we go to a break and return with more news after this.